Welcome to my channel Commerce with Vikas sir. Today we'll be discussing few important items related to bills of exchange. So if you want to understand bills of exchange, the terms which we are going to discuss today is very important. So I request you to watch the video till end. First, we'll learn what do we mean by the terms of the bill. Terms of the bill. It is the period for which a bill is drawn. It is the time allowed by the drawer of the bill of exchange to the drawee of the bill of exchange to honor the bill. It is generally expressed in months or days. What does that mean? See, whenever a bill is drawn by a drawer on drawee, then definitely the drawer must allow certain time to the drawee to pay the bill, and that is what is called the terms of the bill. It is the time given by the drawer to the drawee to pay the bill. It may be expressed in terms of months, say 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, or it may be expressed in days like 40 days, 60 days, 90 days. Are you getting? So it is the time agreed upon by both the drawer and the drawee to honor the bill. So this is what is meant by terms of the bill. So it is definitely the period on which the bill has to be paid by the drawee. Now we'll learn what do we mean by days of grace. Actually, while discussing the terms of the bill, the time period is very important. So if it is 2 months, so it 3 months, 4 months, then definitely the bill has to be paid within that term. Suppose someone draw a bill on 1st January 2024 for 3 months, then it will mature on 1st April 2024. So 2000 January to February, February to March, March to April 2024. So it become due on 1st April 2024. But as a grace period, the drawee is allowed additional 3 days to pay the bill. So it will be paid, or it will be payable actually on 4th April 2024. So these 3 days grace, or these 3 additional period allowed by the drawer to the drawee to pay the bill is known as the days of grace. So this is very important. But days of grace is not available in case of demand bill, on demand, because on demand bill the drawee has to make the payment whenever being asked by the drawee to honor it. Okay, so days of grace means the additional 3 days which is allowed to the drawee to honor the bill. So this is what we call the days of grace. Now we'll deal with the date of maturity. Date of maturity means the date on which a bill is honored, or on which the bill of exchange is to be honored. It is also called the due date, as I already explained you while discussing the days of grace. That is, if it is drawn for 3 months, then January it will become, if it is January, then if it is for 3 months it will become April. So April, 1st April is the due date, but adding 3 extra days, it will become 4th April 2024 is the maturity date. So maturity date is the date on which the drawee has to pay the bill drawn on him by the drawer. So that is what is called the date of maturity. So again, I like to explain that date of maturity is also known as the due date. Then we'll learn what is meant by endorsement. Usually, a bill is drawn by a drawer on the drawee. Drawer is the seller who sells goods on credit, and drawee is the person who buys goods on credit. So, on the due date or on the maturity date, the bill has to be paid by the drawer to the drawee. But what happens in business life? The drawer may have to pay some amount of money to his creditor. Suppose A draw bill on B, then A is the drawer and B is the drawee. But A has purchased goods on credit from Mr. C. Then Mr. C is the creditor for Mr. A. And Mr. B is the debtor for Mr. A. So if Mr. A has to pay certain amount to Mr. C, but Mr. B has to pay certain amount to Mr. A, then Mr. B, instead of paying to Mr. A, Mr. B can directly pay to Mr. C to settle the amount. So this is what is called endorsement. So endorsement means transferring the bills in the favor of a third party, usually the creditor. So the term endorsement usually means writing on the back of the bill. So if the bill has to be endorsed, then the drawer has to sign on the back of the bill mentioning the person to whom the amount of the bill is the payable. So on the due date, the drawee, instead of making payment to the drawer, he will directly make payment to the creditor. So this is what is called endorsement. And the person who endorsed the bill is known as the endorser, and the person to whom the bill is endorsed is called the endorsee. So endorsement is simply the transfer of a bill in favor of a creditor in part or full settlement of a debt. And this process is called endorsement. So endorsement simply means transferring the bills in favor of a creditor. And the person who transferred the bills is known as the endorser, and definitely drawer is the endorser, and the person to whom the bill is endorsed is known as the endorsee. And the process is called endorsement. So to endorse means to writing on the back of the bill. Now we'll look upon what we mean by discounting the bill. So when his bill is drawn, it is drawn for a definite period. So drawee cannot ask the drawer to make payment before the due date. But when the drawer is in need of money and he cannot compel the drawer to pay the bill, he has one option. He may go to the bank, place the bill, and he may request the bank to make payment against the bill in advance. So this is what is called discounting. So discounting of bills means taking amount from the bank against the bill before the due date, but the bank will not pay the full value of the bill. The bank will charge certain amount as a commission, and this is what is called discounting or discount. So the drawer of a bill may obtain the payment before the due date, and this is what is called discounting the bill. And the drawer usually gets less amount than the face value of the bill when the bill is discounted to the banker. So the difference between the face value of the bill and the actual value realized is called discount. Suppose the bill face value of the bill is 10,000. It is drawn for 3 months. After 1 month, drawer needs money, so he gets the bill discounted from the bank. The bank will not pay 10,000 because the drawee will make payment to the bank only after 2 months. but bank is allowing drawer the amount 2 months in advance. So the bank will definitely charge certain commission on the principal amount or the face amount for 2 months. So it may be 100. So if it is 100, then the drawer will receive only 9,900, but the drawer will make 10,000 to the bank on the due date. So 100 will be the income of the bank, which is called discount on bills. So what do we mean by retiring of the bill? That is very important. Usually bill has to be paid on the due date or the maturity date. So it may be drawn for 3 months or it may be drawn for 4 months. But if the drawee is in possession of a money, he may not wait till the due date. So he may pay the bill before the due date. This is what is called retiring of a bill. Suppose the due date is 4th April 2024, but the drawee pay the bills on 4th March 2024. That is 1 month before. So this is what is called retiring. So retirement of a bill is a process of paying the bill before the due date. So usually during the time of retirement of a bill, the drawer allow some concession to the drawee, and this may be called the rebate on bill. Suppose the face value of the bill to be paid after 3 months is 10,000, but if he pays immediately after 1 month, he may not pay 10,000. He may be allowed to pay less than 10,000, maybe 10,800, 10,000, 9,800, 9,900 something. So retiring means honoring the bill before the due date, and dishonor means, and now let's start the dishonor of the bill. So what do you mean by dishonor of the bill? So the bill is drawn for a certain period and the drawee is liable to pay the amount on the due date. But if the drawee is unable to pay the amount on the due date, the bill is said to be dishonored. Are you getting? So bill is said to be honored. Suppose 4th April 2024 is the due date, but on that very day the drawee cannot pay the bill, then the bill is said to be dishonored. So upon dishonored, it must be informed to all the parties who are involved in the bills. It should be informed to the endorsee or the endorsee of the endorsee. So whoever involved in the bills of exchange, they all must be informed through a notice. So bills dishonored simply means the drawee is unable to pay the bill on the due date. So this is very important. And last for today, renewal of the bill. When bill is dishonored, some action will be taken against the drawee. So if the drawee knows in advance he is not in a position to honor the bill on the due date, so instead of waiting for the bill to be dishonored, he may ask the drawer, or he may request the drawer to cancel the original bill and draw a fresh bill, allowing him some month or some days to pay the bill. This is what is called renewal of the bill. Renewal of the bill means the cancelling the original bill and drawing a fresh bill for further period. So before the maturity date, the drawee may request the drawer to pay to cancel the original bill and draw a second bill on him payable at a later date. If the drawee agrees to such an offer, a fresh bill is drawn for a future period of time. This process is of extending the due date of the bill is called renewal of the bill. So renewal of the bill means cancelling the original bill and drawing a new bill, or the process of extending the due date of the bill by cancelling the original bill is known as the renewal of the bill. Upon renewal, the drawer will definitely charge certain additional charges on the fresh bill. Suppose the amount payable on the due date is 20,000, and upon request of the drawee, it is cancelled and new bill is drawn for 3 months. Then the drawees need to pay something more than 20,000. Suppose drawee charges 500, a drawer charges 500 as a interest, then the fresh bill drawn on drawing for 3 months will be of 20,500. So this is all about the bills of exchange. So today we have discussed what it do mean in terms of the bill, the maturity date, and the days of grace, honor of the bill, retiring of the bill, renewal of the bill. So again, I will be uploading new videos where I will be discussing some further concept relating to bills of exchange. So I request you to listen, share, and comment on my videos. Please watch this video till end, and please share it to your friends. So till then, goodbye.